Yes, it is Monday. It's Monday, and it is that time of week again where we do M2 Mondays with New World Sim Racing. I am Milo the First, and tonight is round 5 of 6, so we're getting towards the end of this series, which has been great. Greg in the chat there, how are you? Good to see you. Grey Jedi as well, first time chat from you. Good to see you as well. Welcome. And yeah, we're going to Zaandvort tonight. So looking at our track map, some ridiculous corner names for me to try and pronounce. My pronunciation of things is often mocked within the community, and I'm going to give them some more ammunition right now. So, without further ado, Zaandvort, the home or start-finish straight, if you like, leads you down to a hairpin at turn 1. Tarzan. Bocht, I was told by our good friend Whelpcakes, just means corner. We discussed this at another track recently as well. So through Tarzan, Bocht, into 2, 3, 4. Don't really have a name on our track map. It probably does have a track map. Hey, Helion Music in the chat, how are you? So 2, that slight kink to the left into a fast right-hander at turn 3, hairpin at turn 4, and then pretty much flat out through 5 and 6, which is Rob Sloat, Makkerbocht. And then in through 7, turn 8, again, quite a fast right-hander at turn 8, Schlevlek. Oh yeah, they are. Oh my god. See, Faris, well done. Okay, so Faris has pointed out the corner names are in fact at the top of the screen. 3, 4, and 5. In his defense, he couldn't fit them on track position, which makes perfect sense. Into turn 9, Marlborough. Turn 10 is Renault. Turn 11, Vodafone. That's an awkward left-hander, that turn 11. Down through what would be the second DRS zone in Formula 1 to turn 12 and 13, which is the Audi S. And then that leads you on to the home straight. Turn 14, Kumho-Bocht. And turn 15, Ari Lundijk Bocht. And onto the straight. And ACC still rocking the flat, I believe, turns 14 and 15. No banked section on ACC yet. Unless they did an update that I don't know about. Which is possible, but I don't think so. So Zaandvort, the guys are in free practice. Excuse me. There's 1 minute to go. I was cutting it a bit close tonight with the intro, but we had some technical difficulties to fix. And I believe we fixed those. That, of course, leads me to bringing in my co-commentator. And I'm going to unmute myself so he can hear me, but he waits in the wings, and we're going to do his intro now. I just need to find it. Here we go. Let it build. All right. Some say when he poops, he squats like a dog. Some say that he collects butterfly teeth. Some say he has a mole shaped like Mount Panorama on his left butt cheek. And some say that he was invited to the Queen's funeral as he was a head of state somewhere. He has to be, look at him. But he said he would not go, saying, and I quote, "I would rather spend 1,000 lifetimes in Argentina than go to that funeral. All I know is he's my friend and yours, Tiago Alves."
Well, Thank you, my friend. Second, I'd rather live in hell 11 years straight with no water than going to Argentina. And how is your evening going? How are you, my brother?
I'm very well. I'm very well. It's Monday. I worked from home today, so that's always nice.
Beautiful.
And
How's
yeah,
Mumera? Mumera and the
Mimera,
kids.
Mimera and the twins are both doing very well. Thank you for your
That's
questions. And the guys are taking the track for quali at Zaandvort. Tiago, what are your thoughts on Zaandvort?
Zaandvort sucks. Next. No. Okay. I feel like this is one more example of a track that sucks in GT3 and F1, in my opinion, of course, because it's too tight. But in those cars, it's a blast, and it's always a blast, in my opinion, to hot lap because it's flowy and stuff, but not to race in GT3s, but definitely in those cars.
In these M2s, it should make for some good racing. We welcome back a couple of our regulars tonight. Michael Lukey's back behind the wheel of his M2. Red Rum, he's called it. Carl Big is up in there. He'll be, I assume, doing a last to first challenge. Car number 8.
Absolutely.
So Mr. Blackout 81 back behind the wheel. Anyone else that was missing last week? Kimo Sith, Kamal Kajcevic. I think he was in last week as well. But yeah,
Was Wallace last week?
Yeah, I believe Wallace was there last week. I think we're missing a couple of people tonight because we're 20 on the grid. I saw a couple of messages in chat. I want to apologize to, I believe it was Louis Castro who updated his livery. I did not get it done, but I will get it done for the finale. I apologize.
Ha! Fuck Lewis! Sorry.
I mean, sure.
Nah, he made the livery with the Chile flag on the roof, and I keep teasing him about, like, why do you have the Texas flag in the roof? It's pretty much the same.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I meant to do it. I just kind of ran out of time, and then I was dealing with that replay screen issue that we were having last week. So a plugin for OBS needed updating because of an update that OBS did a few weeks ago. It broke a plugin, so Faris helped me fix that, and we'll do a little test here and make sure we're up and running. So when we do the race start, I'll be able to be at turn 1, and you'll be able to follow along. No. Yes. No. Replay.
Oh. Is he good?
No.
What?
Hang
No
on.
way!
Hold, please. Technical difficulties continue on New World Sim Racing.
All right. Oh my god. Ferris. Oh dang it.
No. We're good. Hold on. I'll find it. Let's see. Studio mode. We're gonna go here. Replay. Are you sharing your screen? Oh, you are. Okay.
Yes, I am.
All right, we should be good.
First, apparently the fix is not so effective.
Okay, it's working.
Nice.
It's working. We got it. We just had a small. Did you shut your feed down and then open it back up at some point?
No, sorry now.
Are you sure?
I am positive, sir. I use drugs, but not that much drugs.
So qualifying is underway, and we have 16 minutes to go in qualifying, which is absolutely perfect. Jeremy Story, one to watch. He's been really good in this series so far.
Absolutely. He's been quick, and also a new addition. I hope he's in the next Pine Series, by the way.
Louis Castro, always quick in these cars as well.
Also starting from the back.
Oh, he is?
Yes, he told me that.
Interesting. Danny Byston, Carbon, as you know him from Twitch and YouTube fame. He will most likely also start at the back as well. He had a good run at the last to first challenge. So we have a few drivers that like to start at the back in this series and just work their way through. See how far they can get.
On the chat.
Absolutely. We got Ricky Scott up in here. He said he hadn't had much time to learn the track, so I believe his message was watch out.
Oh,
So,
wow.
so we'll see how that goes. Dylan Sauer out there in my favorite livery, which unfortunately all these beautiful custom liveries, turns out that this is an in-game livery.
Jesus
Sorry,
Lord.
guys. Mark Robertson, also with he has a fantastic livery as well. Gold School Racing.
He always has those clings.
With the bling on the side. We got Joey, obviously out there in the Spaghetti Mobile. David Miller, Angry Vauxhall Racing, car number 603, out there tonight.
Shout out to Joey Militi on the chat, sorry.
Absolutely, absolutely. Max Diggs, has he been in? Was he in? Yeah, he was in a couple of these, right?
He was. He raced last week,
He did,
and I believe the one before that.
Excellent, excellent. Good to see Max here. Believe I'm teaming up with him and is it him and you and me that are doing the mini enduro?
God only knows. I don't even. I'm just in for the ride. Whoever chooses me, and not mind the slow
I believe
dude,
it's
I'm
me, you,
there.
and Max.
Oh, there you go. That's
So,
great.
It'd be
I'll
good
be
team.
the slow duck, but that's okay.
Jose Guzman out there, Carl 129. We'll keep an eye on him. So far as lap times go, Louis Castro, as I said, he is one to watch in this series. As you see, Barrett going off track in the Juicy Fruit car 87, the Juicy Fruit M2. Great livery there. So Louis Castro, provisional pole at the moment with a 150.3. Stephen Wallace, Pornhub Motorsport, currently P3. Danny Byston in P2. Couple of tenths off of Louis. Yep, Barrett shout out on the chat as well there. So yeah, Barrett out there in the Juicy Fruit. We have David Funk in the Smokem Car 39. Fast and the Furious inspired. I gotta love how, you know how it puts your initials or the first three letters of your name in the window on ACC? It puts fun in his windscreen because Funk. Like, that's really cool. I'm just gonna say,
nice.
like, that's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
I like that as well. That's really cool.
We do have Samir Kadura out there from Cuba, car number 33. He's been at every race in this series so far. Carlos Guzman, Slowman Group. He has as his team name, car number 7. So again, keep an eye out for him. Currently sitting provisionally 7th. I believe Kadura as well has really upped his game since the first round.
Oh, absolutely. He got a grasp of this car really quickly, and now he's going for the top of the grid. He's improving every race.
Yeah, exactly. So Michael Lukey, as we said, he's back as well, car 26. Justin Muff on Twitch, as you'll know him, Crazy Rabbits Racing. Always a pleasure to see him. And as we watch him pull over, he's going to end that lap. Currently sitting 10th on the grid. Chris Turner's out there in the Sandbags Inc. M2. And you know what that means, Tiago?
What does that mean, Milo?
That means it's time for the advertising segment. Because whilst we have the Sandbags Inc. car on the screen, it's all part of our deal with Sandbags Inc.
I have nothing to do with that. It was the board.
So you say.
Oh.
So, as always, tonight's race is sponsored by Sandbags Incorporated, a Tiago Alves company. If you're looking for solutions to common problems like you're doing some roofing, you're plastering, or you vomited somewhere in public and you need to dry it up real quick, call Tiago at Sandbags Inc. on 0858 50 50 50, or email him at tiago@likemyhipsmysand.lie.com. Disclaimer, Sandbags Inc. is not affiliated with New World Sim Racing in any way, shape, or form. Address all complaints to Brazil. Terms and conditions apply.
That's good. That's real good. I have no objections, Your Honor. You won.
All right, who else we got? So, Bruce Hopkins out there again tonight as well. 10 minutes to go in quali. Currently, I don't think he's put in a valid lap yet, so he's just getting stuck in there. And
he just did.
Yeah, making sure Lukey got some sand. Yeah, during that segment. Chris Turner is totally on board with the contractual obligations that come with being sponsored by.
Trust me, y'all. In this track, there's enough sand for everybody.
There is, yeah. So Louis right now fastest sector 1 and 2, and Danny Bison provisionally second with the fastest sector 3. As we suspect, though, he will start at the back. Louis saying he will as well. I'm not sure what that might mean. That we'll have Wallace at the front. I'm really not sure. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, 21 drivers now out there, which is great stuff. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. It should be good.
Dude, like quite honestly, all M2 races are great.
Yeah, they have been.
I haven't been in one of those with you in this booth that the race was shit. So like this is always great, and I look forward to it.
Was it? There was one point last week where all the cars were like 1 to 2 seconds apart. Like it was a really weird moment.
The blackout.
Yeah, like,
they were like so close. Boom, nobody close.
Yeah.
What?
It was a very, very bizarre, and that's the first time this happened in 1 2/3 of a series in these cars. So that tells you everything you need to know. They're very, very, very good.
That's what now 9 races? I think it's around 9 races.
Tainted Skills coming in with the sub for 3 months. Thank you, Tainted Skills. It's a 3-month streak.
Very kind of you, sir. Very kind of you, sir. Be welcome. Again.
Absolutely. Also, in chat, is Tiago loud enough? Sometimes I get word that he's not loud enough, so just let me know, and I will adjust him accordingly.
Oh!
Unfortunately, he seems okay. Okay. Okay, thank you.
Do you mind if I use curse words, Milo? Fuck first?
It's fine. It's an adult stream. I don't know if we do the adult disclaimer on Twitch. We should, though.
He put my emote in there. It's the only picture I actually look decent. At least it's this one, so.
Alright, so all drivers so far have put in a lap, apart from Joey and Carl. So Carl Big, obviously, we know he doesn't quali in these events for the M2. He will just go on track. I mean, I assume he's driven the track in the car once or twice. Was he in free practice? I guess he was.
Alright, tainted skills. I wish I was not this sober, dude. That's sad.
So, Ricky Scott right now is trying to improve his lap time. He's up by a couple of tenths as we watch him enter Sector 2 right now. And, yeah, as you see here, he'll go around this right-hander, which is quite a fast corner. In F1, it's flat out. In GT3, I think it's a slight lift. And
is it flat out?
In F1, it's flat, yeah.
Jesus Lord.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you just turn the wheel and it goes.
Jesus Lord, how much downforce does that car have?
Exactly. Yeah, in the M2, do you think it's just a lift, or we'll take a look anyway? Do you think it's a brake?
Braking.
Okay.
You're braking.
Yeah, I haven't not driven this car enough to know. I think I did one race in it.
In GT3s, you brake.
No, GT3's a lift.
I normally brake to get a better run, but like maybe you can do with the lift. But I definitely brake. So
Danny does indeed set the fastest lap. He will be DQing himself to start at the back anyway, with a 150.3. So he's like a couple of hundredths quicker than Louis, which is not a very big gap. Bruce with the yellow flag, so Bruce is just pulled over to the side of the track there. So Bruce with a 53.4. Miller with a 54 flat right now. So, and then you've got Ricky Scott in there who just improved his lap to a 52.7. So in the 52s, we have, let's take a look here.
Hello
in
there.
52s, we have 9 drivers. In the 51s, we have 3 drivers. And in the 50s, we have 4 drivers. So, a good mix. And what is going on with this camera angle?
That was a shit rejoin.
That was a shit rejoin.
dude, it's kunos. Yeah.
Thank you for the follow, Halbits. I'm going to say Halbits. Let me know if I butchered that. Bullet says Lewis for the win. Sorry, Tiago.
I'm going to give a huge shot. I know it's a guess, but like it's probably Halbitsa. It's probably.
Okay.
I guess. I hope I'm not butchering as much as you are.
What do you mean as much as I am?
Because we're both butchering this
How
stuff
dare
and you
you.
know it. Oh. Sorry. You were saying sorry.
I've no idea what I was saying.
Let's go. Let's
But
keep
it's
rolling.
fine. We're good. We're good. So Jay Barrett currently provisionally 5th on the grid with a 151 flat. Samir Kadura is 5/10 behind him, but not on a lap where he's going to improve his time. So we'll keep an eye on that. Jay Barrett goes back to the pits. Wallace up a couple of tenths right now. If he finishes this lap off a couple of tenths up, then he will jump into P3. So let's see what happens here. He's in Sector 3 now, heading for the last 2 corners of the track. And
How bist du von Deutschland? Bist du Deutsch? Sorry. I think Haubitz is actually German. That's
Maybe
nice. The
so.
first German.
And Wallace is, in fact, up 3 tenths. Just under 3 tenths by the time he crossed the line. Wallace moves into provisional P3 on the grid. So a great lap there from him. We do have 4 minutes left in quali. There's enough time for a couple of laps. Jeremy Story, another one that's been doing very well in this series. Car 584. Currently up by about 2 tenths. Entering Sector 2 as we speak. If he can nail the 2 tenths, he might jump Barrett in 5th. So let's keep an eye here on this lap for Jeremy Story. Thanks a bit, sir. Appreciate it.
Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate that. Willkommen, meine Freunde. Another funny thing is actually Derek Funk has the 3rd sector. He's like nearly half a second slower than Bison, but he has the 3rd sector. What did he do there?
Yeah, really fast 3rd sector as well.
Jesus.
2 tenths quicker than anyone else, yeah.
In 1 sector, that was a hell of a 3rd sector.
Indeed. All right, so Story is still up those 2 tenths and has 2 corners to go, bleeding a little bit of time out of that, out the Audi S's. Now it goes into turn 14. This would be the banked section. If they fixed it. Oh, he runs wide. That probably invalidated his lap. It did invalidate the lap. Unfortunately, that may have bumped him up to P5 provisionally. So Robertson in P10. He's up about 3 tenths right now going into the penultimate corner. Yeah, I wish it did have the bank section. They should really do an update.
Yeah. Right? Like it's so much better. It's so much better.
Yeah, just bank sections are fun. They just are. Let's face it.
You raced Daytona with us. Like the best part is like the end of the lap where you just like floor it.
It is, so yeah. When we did historic 71 Monza last year in the GT1s on AMS2 with the
Mad
2 bank sections, that was crazy, dude.
60 degrees.
Yeah, so Robertson did jump to P9 there. So he bumped Dylan Sauer down a spot to P10. We have Louis pushing right now. Where's Louis on track? He's just starting out a lap, so we'll keep an eye on this. See if he can... Hey, Muff, how are you doing? Good to see you out there on track.
You're welcome.
We do have emotes. Excellent.
Welcome, Zach.
Welcome, Zach. Good luck, Mufferino. Indeed. So, Louis right now just a little slower than his time. Funk is up by... going into Sector 2 by just under 2 tenths again. So, Funk looking to improve Sector 1 and 2 here.
Lewis hits traffic. No.
Lewis hits traffic. Alright, Funk has... Oh, Funk lost a lot of his time on that fast right-hander.
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to wait for a good new old lap. Let's see what he gets.
Knockstyle says, I slow AF.
So am I. Just embrace it. It hurts less. So, maybe?
My capture card's doing its annoying thing right now, so I'm going to switch to your screen, Tiago. And I'm going to
No.
It's just, I have an issue with my capture card. I see it doing this thing. OBS is fine, the game is fine. It's just my damn capture card.
No problem,
I can see it in the preview window being a problem. Okay, I'm going to switch to Tiago's screen. so you guys can still... and it's not showing your screen. Why?
Oh my god.
It only shows it if I put it on top. That's kind of weird. Okay, your screen is live now, Tiago.
Yes, sir. We're looking at Roboson, which is 3/10 up. He may have enough to jump P5. Let's see if he holds that deal. He, of course, carrying the clinks. Look at this beautiful gold. Jesus Lord. That's nice. Tiago's never the bottom. Right. Bruh. Come on. Knox Styles is Ricky Scott, is it?
It is, yeah.
P16? Oh, man. No, you're going to do good, man. This track's all about race pace and consistency. If you keep those up, like, you can climb quickly. Don't worry about it. Let's see, Robertson still... Oh, he threw a lot away from that time. He's dead even. Let's see his last sector. By the way, the time expires, so whoever finishes the lap is on. Whoever loses the lap is dead. Robertson to finish? No, that even. Nope, Robertson does not improve sadly. And I think this is the grid. This is the grid, yeah. Danny Bison takes pole home by 4/10. Jesus Lord. Let's see if they send messages. Nope. So
Hello there.
if Bison doesn't disqualify himself quickly, he's starting from the front. So does Lewis. And I think that's what's gonna happen.
All right, I believe I should be good now, Tiago.
Welcome back, sir.
So let me move race control because it's jumped out of the way. And F11. So we have cars being disqualified. That will be so that they can be starting from the back as they would like to do.
But I think they did it too late.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Bison still P1, Castro still P2. Only B was started from the back, but he didn't even put a lap, so.
The replay tag is showing. Thank you, Jan. And hello.
Jan, be welcome, sir. Be welcome. Dennis spins carbon. Only in one track.
All right.
Just don't.
If you want to do me a solid, Tiago, with the names, prep them.
Of course.
That would be wonderful.
It.
And we are going to... Okay, that
Jan, I only have big size and you know what I mean. So
that completely threw me having to go through that step. But yeah, it's a damn issue I'm having with the capture card. And I'm pretty sure it's to do with the capture card getting warm. It's an external capture card, but it's about 3 years old and it's been playing up here and there. I seem to unplug it, leave it for a minute, plug it back in, it tends to work. Anyway, let's do the grid walk. So you have the names up, I appreciate that. I can actually see most of them on my screen, 21 drivers, and let's hit the music. All right, here's your grid for round 5 of the M2 Monday second season. Danny Bison will start on pole, so Carbon in 1. Louis Castro will start P2. Stephen Wallace will start P3. Funk in 4. Barrett in 5. Story in 6. Robertson in 7. Kadura 8. Guzman in 9. Dylan Sauer in 10. Jay Guzman in 11. Chemo Sith in 12. Max Diggs in 13. Michael Lukey in 14. Muff in 15. Ricky Scott in 16. Chris Turner in 17. Bruce Hopkins 18. David Miller in 19. Joey Melody in 20. And Mr. Blackout 81. Carl Big in position 21.
Mr. Blackout, as commonly known. By the way, let me throw a good old shout out to Mr. Blackout. I'm also there every Friday. He has a great community. Go check it out.
Yes, he does. All right. So they leave the grid line and head out on their formation lap.
Can I use this opportunity to just give also shout outs to two of our brothers from North America called Trackalicious, also a community from sim racing, and Box Tree, also called as Box. They're all there in those links you see on chat. Go check it out if you want some more racing in the North America community. They're so good.
Absolutely. So, Tiago, I'm going to position my cam at turn 1. If you want to follow the guys on their lap, I should, because it's been kind of playing up a little bit.
Danny Bison starting from the pits.
I see that. Do you want to follow them, the rest of them, on their outlap there?
Yes, I will.
And I will bring your feed up.
I'll get the first 6 or so people from a camera angle from a top.
Sounds good. Let me know when you're good to go.
I'm here.
All right, so they are on their formation lap, as we say, on the right-hand side. So ignore where it says replay tag. I am not going to touch that control because OBS may take a poop. And, yeah, there we go. So, yeah, Danny starting in the pits. He will be coming out the pits and racing with Carl Big.
For the ones that want to know who I am, that's me.
Yeah. So, turn 1 at Zaandvort is a really good overtaking opportunity, actually. If you can get side by side on the straight. Now, we've seen in other races in this series that the draft isn't that strong on these cars. There's not a great slipstream. There is one, but it's very, very minor, I think we'd agree, Tiago, right?
Yes, you have to be brave on the brakes and you have to have a good run on the outside. So, yeah, it's a mixture of luck and balls, if you will.
Yeah, I think Diggs was added after the fact, Gian, and that's why he has the white background. So, yeah, disregard. Please, disregard. So they are on the straight, as you see there, Tiago, showing them on the right of your screen. And on the left of your screen, we're at turn 1. They are away, 45 minutes to go. And as we know, there is a mandatory pit stop. So we're going to be at least 2 wide for the first 3 rows. Going into turn 1, there's a nudge in the back from Sauer. And it takes out Jay Barrett. He's the only unlucky one there. As you see Carbon coming out the pits. Jay will rejoin the track and get back underway. Unfortunate stuff for Jay Barrett. He was the victim of something else. Now they go into the hairpin. And
Story runs a bit wide, but recovers. Oh!
We got a couple of side-by-side cars. Okay, and that should be it for the early drama. I will tab up here. Okay, so Louis Castro leading the race from Stephen Wallace, and then David Funk in P3. Keep an eye on those guys because I have a feeling that there'll be quite a battle between them. Carl Big, who started at the back of the grid, is up to P18. I mean, Danny Bison started in the pits, so keep an eye on him because you don't get released from the pits until everyone's crossed the line. And so that's definitely, he's going to have his work cut out for him. Carl goes past Joey and David Miller fairly quickly. Red flag restart, says Dale.
Oh my god, no.
I'm going to switch out of the replay scene for a moment. And there we go. Okay, so let me know if there's anything you want to look at. If you want to look at the turn 1 incident, you can always let me know. Dale, right? Due to a secondary Monday commitment, I can't restart it because I don't have time.
Clearly.
Yeah, I have 2 commitments on a Monday. It's a weird audio feed right there. All right, so upper place so far. Chemo Sith has got past Michael Lukey. Ricky Scott is tucked in behind him as well. And right now, all the cars very, very close together as you see them come down to turn 1 again. Looking for any late braking. Carl Big moves up to P16, as we've already said. And Danny Bison now fighting with Miller at the back. Jay Barrett just in front of him. Shit excuses, Daniel. So,
When you get a space, let me know.
for a replay?
Yes.
Oh yeah, we're good to go. Let me bring it up. And we're gonna go... Here we go.
I'm gonna use this camera for braking purpose, and normally the braking point should be around here, which people start braking, as you see. He brakes late and causes a bit of accordion effect, throwing ultimately Funk around into turn 1. But he does hit the back of Kadura before that.
It was Barrett. Yeah, it was he hit Kadura and that bumped into Barrett and sent him for the spin. It was the Juicy Fruit M2.
Yeah, sorry, I said Funk. Yes, it's
You did,
it's actually
yeah.
Barrett. I apologize.
Yeah, so Jeremy Story up to P4 right now, or he might have already been in P4, but so you've got Funk, Story, and Kadura pretty close together. So Samir Kadura wants to hang on to the back of Story's M2 right there as they make their way around. We have a gap between Louis Castro and Wallace right now of 1 second. So Louis out on his own so far early in this race, and that is great stuff. Louis wants this win. I know pit stops will be a huge thing for Louis. We've seen him in great positions in this series, and not so much this season, but last season, a couple of long pit stops cost him a race win. So
That is true.
yeah, hopefully Samir Kadura taking on Jeremy Story side by side right now. Gets on the inside of him. They're going to make contact because he bumped off the curb. Both drivers off on the grass. Story comes back on, hits Kadura again. Messy sequence of corners for Kadura and
Be careful.
Story. Yeah, that was a messy sequence of corners right there. But Kadura comes out of it okay. Story drops all the way down the order to the back of the grid now. After that, had to hold his brakes. Jay Barrett has got past Bruce Hopkins and David Miller, so Barrett on a recovery drive started 5th on the grid. So he will not be happy that he's now in 18th on the grid with 40 minutes to go. Yeah, it was that curb of death. They were battling side by side. Kadura got on the inside of him at turn 1. They go into turn 2. He just bounced off that curb, took off into the side, and then yeah, and it was all a bit of a mess from there. So Barrett, Ricky Scott now is under pressure from Danny Bison. As you can see, he's pressuring Joey Melidi, and then you've got Chris Turner in P14 in the Sandbags Inc. M2.
Already gained 4 positions, Mr. Bison. Damn.
Mr. B running a bit wide there. It might have been when he made the move on Lukey. I'm not sure if that's just when he made the move. But just as I switched to him, he just was running a little wide there. It might have been just to get it done because Lukey likes to make his car fairly wide.
Yes, he's very good at that, actually.
So here he's coming down the straight. Won't have a look at attacking back. Tucks in behind Colbig, who started last on the grid and is now up to P12. So Mr. B is making a bit of a run.
How talented can a person be? Damn. Half a grid in what, 3 laps?
Yeah, who does he think he is? Max Verstappen?
Right? That's crazy. And he has the same car. He doesn't even have the OP car like Verstappen.
Robertson running P5 right now. He's about half a second back from Kadura. If he watched those events unfold, he knows it's not going to be an easy task to get past him. Kadura is 3.3 seconds back. So the front 3 are out there. You've got Louis Castro, and then 2 seconds behind him now is Wallace. So Louis is building a lead. So good for him. Funk, a second back from Wallace, sitting in 3rd right now. Not a bad place to be in, and we know he can do fast laps. So as he settles into this race, I'd expect to see him maybe put Wallace under pressure, but we'll find out.
B side by side going?
Yeah, Mr. B side by side with Chemo Sith.
Oh!
On the
Almost gave the place.
Yeah, on the inside goes into the Audi S and tucks in behind Jose Guzman. And he will have a look on the inside of Guzman there. He got a good exit. He's going to have the inside track now, going into turn 14, I believe it is. That will bring him onto last corner. Comes across to make up that line, and Mr. B moves up into P10. So a great start from Mr. B so far. Max Diggs is next on his list in P9, and then Muff as well. So yeah, lots to keep an eye on there. Robertson is within striking distance now of Samir Kadura, and this will definitely be something to keep an eye on as well. Kadura's car. Go on, Tiago. Sorry, bud.
Oh, B hit the wall.
No.
I'll get the replay.
He's still on track in P10.
He hit the wall on that banked corner on sector 1.
In the hairpin?
Yes. Let me get the replay. I'm sorry. I speak with no replay, but like I just saw it.
That's absolutely fine, dude. That's the beauty of having two people watching. We can see two things happening at once. So Robertson within striking range of Kadura, but also Dylan Sauer is attached to the back of Robertson's car, and these three are going to be in a three-way battle now.
Got replay.
Alrighty, let's bring that up and shoot.
He does the fast right, probably carries a bit too much speed, and listen, take a look at this. Boom!
Oh, man.
He hits the wall and goes very wide.
He did, but how lucky. It's almost like the bump into the wall, like, set him perfectly normal again. Like, it's pretty close.
He should have gotten a warning for that, because he was faster because of it.
He got a better exit, so apparently ACC does have a shade of Gran Turismo about it, where you can go wall riding.
Right? A good point.
Yeah, so Dylan Sauer has a run on Robertson, does he? No, he doesn't have a look down the inside. You see what I mean? The draft is not quite as good as you'd want it to be in these cars. So it really is about exit and pressure.
Nice. I see the front is very spaced between themselves, but like the mid pack is so close. That's great stuff.
Absolutely. I mean, so we've already had 2 or 3 incidents of
skin on skin.
Oh.
And I feel like there could be more to come. Danny buys them right now.
Sammy, you are wrecking the car.
Danny buys them right up behind Chris Turner's, sandbagsing M2, takes the inside line and scoots around Turner. Great move there by Danny. So he's moved up. He started in the pits. He's up to P14. Incredible stuff for him as well. Jeremy Story back up to P19 after colliding with Kadura in P5. Is now up to P19 and on his way. And we have Jay Barrett.
Oh.
What do you got?
Danny on the inside of Mr. Lukey. That's spicy. That's a cluster. Look at this.
We got 2 three-way battles to choose from. Let's go with this one. This is Lukey. Has to go on the inside. Too deep. And that's going to be Chemo Sith and Lukey that lose out there to Bysden and Turner. So I think Lukey just a little late on the brakes. Maybe. Do you want to bring a replay up of that? Because he jumped the curb and then it all went wrong from there.
He just missed the braking point by like 100 meters or so.
Yeah.
Like, that's okay.
And then Moffat. So Muff moves up to P9 and then Cole Big behind him. Muff going deep in on Max Diggs' bumper. He's going to spin him. Max held it amazingly. Muff will take the position, but I wonder if he'll want to give that back to Max, because that was a little bit of a murder. Nothing crazy. It's just a little bit. Like, a very calculated, just the right amount of spin. Textbook overtake, says Zach.
Just a nudge.
It's the old bump draft, right?
I got a replay for ya.
So Muff up to P8. Let me just... All right, switch over to Danny. He's now attacking Jose Guzman. The old muff dive. I like it. We got to use that. We got to use that for sure.
Good old buff dive.
All right, here's the replay. Go for it, Tiago.
Yes, Luki gets side by side with Danny, and he probably panics on the brakes and brakes far too late. It has no meanings of stopping the car.
He
Taking
tried,
his
yeah.
turn.
He did exactly the right thing once he realized. He tried to roll right across that in front. Like, there's nothing you could do. It's either going to work or not. So
He missed most of them, but not all of them, which like is a good effort. That gets an A for effort.
So now Danny is up to P12. Another 2 places sorted out for Danny. He's got Jose Guzman in his rearview mirror, and now we'll set his sights on Max Diggs, who lost out to Moffat there. So Moffat has Carl Big on his tail. Moffat in P8 right now, and then Carlos Guzman in P7, kind of on his own right now. He'll be happy about that, I think. Some clean air. Don't have to worry so much, and he can work on trying to catch Robertson, who's 2.7 seconds up the road. Louis Castro, meanwhile, I mean, I want to check in with Louis more, but he's 3.3 seconds in front. So, Louis, nail your pit stop today, bro. Nail your pit stop. That's all I can say. Wallace, Funk is 1.1 seconds back from Wallace, so he's got some work to do. He actually draws that down to. Oh, he actually gained a lot there. Yeah. Wallace did make a mistake, and now Funk is right on his heels. So let's keep an eye on this. This is the battle for P2 and 3.
Being 100% honest, the only guy who could take this win from Lewis was Bison, who chose to start from
Oh, we got
pits.
another murder. Kadura on Sour.
Oh.
Spin Sour. Kadura taking Dylan for a 360, and him and Robertson will go through. And Dylan Sour drops way down the order. Moffat now, Mr. B gets past Moffat. I'm trying to keep an eye on Funk and Wallace. The gap's about 4/10, but there's other stuff happening as always in this series. So Buff will tuck in behind Carl Big now, and then he will have to deal with Max Diggs and Danny Bison up to P10. So Bison started in the pits up to P10, side by side with Max Diggs right now. And tucks in front, and now Bison sets his sights in P9 on Moffat. So Big up to 7, Bison up to 9. What a drive for those two. At some point, will we see them fighting each other?
Jesus. He overtook like in this lap and he's far already. How fast can a person be? God damn it.
Yeah, he's got this car down pat.
I think he actually understood this card to the teeth, and like he's really good with it right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So Funk about half a second back now, so we'll check in with them shortly. Bison and Moffat now looking to fight him. We've got Guzman, Turner, and Max Diggs, so a nice group of 3 right here. This is the battle for 10, 11, and 12. So Turner is trying to get past Guzman, and Guzman having a look at Max Diggs. Then there's about a second gap up the road to Bison, who's about to make a move on Moffat.
If you want to put me side by side, I can show Danny fighting Moffat.
Absolutely. Oh,
Nice.
Funk has taken Wallace. Funk on the inside of Wallace, gets a shunt in the back there as he goes on the inside, but he does get to carry on. So Funk will pull away in second place. So these two have traded positions. I have a feeling this fight is going to go on quite some time.
Yeah, they seem really good, and I don't think Wallace was going to leave it.
Yeah, it was a very small amount of skin on that skin there. So Jay Barrett, who obviously we know was in P5, got shunted and had to basically drive from 21st. He's back up to P14. So Barrett is also having a great drive. He's right behind Michael Lukey right now. And Lukey may be carrying a little bit of damage from his skin on skin.
Danny Bison on the pit and hits the wall on the pit lane.
No.
What?
Oh no. As
Replay incoming.
Barrett and Lukey fighting. Let me know when you've got that replay ready. I'll switch off the combined whilst you're searching for it. Let me know when it's ready to go. And then we got... So Bison pits. Maybe he can get the damage fixed instantly. Kadura is also in the pits as well. So the first of our pit-ees go in the pits. So Funk and Wallace have traded positions again. So Wallace is back up to P2 and Funk in P3. So I think this battle, as I said, is going to go on for quite some time. Let's check in with the Diggs, Guzman, Turner battle. Still all in the same position, all within a second of one another. So this is definitely one to keep an eye on. We've got some pretty interesting spacing after that. And then you've got the Barrett versus Lukey battle ongoing as well. Ricky Scott in... Okay, excellent. Let me bring that up.
Just for reference, normally you would break like way before this, but the way he breaks and boom!
Is he gonna get speeding in the pit lane as well? Maybe
he may as well get it. He was hot entering.
Yeah, that was definitely how not to enter the pits by Carbon on Twitch.
A clinic of not how to. Like...
yeah. I will talk to Danny about putting out a YouTube video.
Cleared it. Someone cleared his penalty. I think.
My money's on Faris.
Yeah, I did do it, so it's...
Jeremy Story, who also was the unfortunate recipient of a shunt from Kadura, he's down in P14 now, attacking Jose Guzman. He's got Bruce Hopkins in P15 just behind him, so great stuff from him. Ricky Scott has moved up to P16. So great stuff from Ricky. He's got 1.3 second gap to Bruce Hopkins ahead of him, and David Miller is about a second behind. So these three, hopefully they can reel it in and start having a bit of a battle there. Jeremy Story does get past Guzman, and we know Story is fast.
Yeah, he is. Vulcan, I would love nothing more than see Danny sitting 30 seconds in the pit lane because he spat in the pits and hit a wall. It wasn't me, I promise you that. And second of all, be welcome, sir. Be welcome to our humble home.
So, yeah, hi Vulcan, how are you? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. So, Jay Barrett, again, still trying to find a way past Lukey. We got Max Diggs. Oh, he was very, very close to Moffat. The gap's about half a second. Moffat runs a little wide. That might open the door for Max here as they go into that tough left-hander. That's the hardest corner on the track, I think, for me to get right. That left-hander. And then down this straight, which would be a DRS zone in F1 into the Audi S. Yeah, it's a really short DRS zone there.
This track has DRS zones at all?
It has two. Yeah, it has two. It has one on the straight, on the start-finish straight, and one between the Audi S and whatever that left-hander is called. He did. Yeah, he sent that into the pits pretty quickly, yeah.
By the way, he cleared the penalty but gave Danny 15-second penalty and Semikadura 5 probably because of a hit. I think Faris is pretty much live stewarding.
No problem at all. Guzman gets... Wait, what's happened here? Guzman moved up a spot. Carl Big moved up a spot. Sorry, past Carlos Guzman. So B started last on the grid. The only person behind him theoretically is Bison, who started in the pits, so he came out after. Big was the last one on the actual grid itself. He's up to P5, yet to pit. So the only two that have pitted so far is Kadura and Bison. 23 minutes to go. So I'm expecting to see some pit stops any lap now, really. Jeremy Story attacking Chemo Sith. You'll find him on Twitch, Chemo Sith. And he's probably streaming this race as well. A good dude. Big Star Wars fan. Hence Death Star 3 racing team. Jeremy Story attacks him on the inside, going in to the second of these right-handers, and takes him very nicely, tucks in front. Now the left, if he nails this, he'll be away clean, and it looks like he does. Loads of apex there, lovely stuff by Jeremy Story. We've seen him really, really Good driver. Yeah, I think he's going to be. He'll be. Have you heard he wants to join the pint, or he's said he's going to?
Mr. Story, I'm quite sure he explicitly said he wants to be on the next podcast.
Okay.
Mr. Vulcan, that is gold, Milo. If you, of course, I know you're busy, but like if you see this clip from Danny entering the pits,
I will do.
Fun.
So
He's sent it. Sorry.
Max Diggs pinning from P8 and sorry, P7. So Chris Turner, Lukey, Robertson, they'll all move up one. So looking at who's pit so far: Joey Melitti, Miller, Ricky Scott, Jose Guzman, Jay Barrett, Danny Bison, Samir Kadura, and now Jeremy Story, Max Diggs, and Mark Robertson have all now pit or are in the pits
Dylan
as
Sauer.
we speak. Dylan Sauer as well. Yep, he's in the pits as well. So as we saw, halfway point, most people going for the halfway point pit. Louis staying out so far, doing his last lap was a 51.2. It's the fastest lap.
Yeah, he's the quickest dude on the track by far right now, so
yeah,
he might as well.
His best lap is 5/10 faster than Funk, and
He's super quick.
yeah, he's flying. 153 for Bison, so 0.2 faster than Danny Bison. So Louis Castro has the fastest lap right now and is leading the race by 10.5 seconds. We know he has to pit, so this pit stop coming up is going to be very important. Chris Turner, Dylan Sauer coming out the pits right now. Let's check in with Chris
Speaking
Turner.
of which, Luis Castro pits.
So Louis pits from the lead, and he will lose provisional lead of the race, as we are looking at Michael Lukey in the background there, catching or trying to catch Chris Turner in the Sandbags in M2. And Justin Moffat sitting in front of Turner, about half a second between them, so maybe a little battle brewing between these two gents. Turner goes in the pits to ruin my hopes of a battle.
Oh. No.
Yeah, I mean, Louis fast in these cars every week. He's had some bad luck at times, and he's also had some other drivers just absolutely flying around him as well. So it seems like he's ready for this race here at Zaandvort, as we see Turner enter his pit box.
Bruce Pitts?
Yeah, Turner, Wallace, Funk, Castro, Guzman, and Hopkins all in the pits right now. Provisional lead of this race goes to Carl Big. He has to pit as well, as we know. Started last on the grid, now running in P1 temporarily. And
yes, Luis Castro still has net P1.
Yeah, Louis out of the pits now, and provisional lead, yes. So good for Louis. How far back is Funk? 6.5 seconds. So that lead was cut by 4 seconds during the pit stop. So
It could be because Mr. Funk didn't get tires, but that will kill him in this track by not getting tires. So I would bet this lead is going to stretch.
Maybe so. All right. So as the pits unfold, we got a lot of little gaps between cars. Jay Barrett and Chris Turner now pretty close together. They've come out the pits and they are in a battle. So both drivers have pit. We're looking at the Juicy Fruit M2 on the Sandbags Inc. M2 as they go into Sector 2 at Zaandvort. We have 18.5 minutes to go. And interesting. This should be a good battle. Barrett was pretty fast. I think he was 5th on the grid. So he'll be looking to get past Turner here. But Turner is a good defensive driver. I say that runs a little wide. Barrett has a little look. And will be on the outside going into that awkward left-hander.
Louis says on the chat, Tiago, fuck you. So, thank you, Louis. Appreciate that.
So, Barrett tucking in behind Turner through the Audi S's. Let's see what Turner can do here to stop the run onto the last through the last corner.
Shaga, if you would explain to him that he entered the pits at like, 90 kph.
He entered the
would be
pits at
nice.
Mach 9, so instead of a stop go, he got a 15-second penalty.
He almost like traveled in time because he was so fast.
Yeah. Or Barrett swung out to have a look, but again, the draft is not that big. Oh, we see Max Diggs rejoins right next to Turner. That was an interesting rejoin, Max. Right alongside Turner, who gets bumped in the back by Barrett. Oh my word, it's all getting a little bit hairy out there. Barrett's going to run really deep into the hairpin, and that's going to cost him a lot of time as well, as Max made a mistake somewhere, and he got a stop go 30, then a 15, now a 10. yeah.
Chag, I have my replay on my camera. The rear axle, which is not the rule, is at 64. The rear axle. So he deserves everything he gets on his way.
Yeah, well, the penalty's gone down for fun because it's Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
He should be appreciative, not curious.
I mean, he's doing pretty good. He's in P6. He's in net P6 right now with
very true.
16 minutes to go, and he's closing in on Wallace. So let's have a look here. Yeah, he's past Kadura. Wallace just up the road, so we'll see. We'll keep an eye on that as well. What else we got? Oh, something's happening up top. Oh, Moffat is pit in. That's all. That's why. Lukey is also in the pits. He hadn't pit either, so Lukey and Moffat will pit. Louis Castro retakes the lead of this race here.
Lukey and Moffat, the last one's not to pit before this, and now everyone is square.
Yeah, Carl Big makes his way past him. So Big in net P8 after his starting from the back, and then Bisden has flown, including his pit. So maybe he didn't take tires, I don't know, but he started in the pits and is now up to P4 and is, let's see if he's
with the new fastest lap of the race, 150.062.
Yeah, a 150 flat for Bisden. So he is cooking. He's got that 10-second penalty that he's got to offset somehow. So Diggs, Turner, Barrett now battling. Barrett's about 9 seconds behind Big.
Oh, Mad Yellow in the hairpin. I'll get the replay. Jesus,
Oh, it's
what was
Lukey.
that?
Lukey, Guzman. I'm not sure who else was involved there. I saw a yellow by Lukey's name, but I didn't see what happened. Let me know when you're ready for a replay.
Yes, sir. I got it. Oh, no.
Okay. You are live.
Yes, they go into that fast right that I thought it was a break. Lukey goes wide and has no meanings to break.
He's on the grass with the left.
Jesus. And they're front to front.
Was it Story?
Story teleported to the pits.
Yeah.
And Lukey kept running.
Yeah, so that's the second time Story has been spun today, so he's probably said that's enough for me, I would guess. Down to 21 drivers. I think he's left, right?
I think he left. Yeah, he's not in the lobby anymore as much as I can see.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's a tough one. Second murder, I've been there, so easy to say, you know what, I'm going to call it a day. Carl Big is attacking Carlos Guzman once again here. P8 on P7. We'll see if B can get past him. 2/10 the gap. It is the closest battle on track. We have a battle brewing between Sauer, Kajcevic, so Chemosith, Dylan Sauer, and Ricky Scott. Ricky Scott leading that 3 right now by 2/10. And Chemosith is going to have a look on the inside into the turn 1 hairpin. Late on the brakes. Goes way too deep. Pulls back in. Just stays ahead of Ricky Scott. Man, that was close. And Dylan Sauer used that opportunity to sneak through both of them. So Dylan Sauer doing a fantastic job. He actually gets through on the inside as Ricky Scott was worrying about the re-entry of Chemosith. And yeah, man, that was a risky move there. That could have gone horribly, horribly wrong.
Absolutely.
A suspicion of overtaking off track.
We can check that actually.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the.
In this series, we don't take rules too harshly,
Yeah.
but we can ask people to give position back if it's like too egregious.
Yeah. So Big still fighting with Guzman here. He's right up behind him. And they're going to go into the last two corners on lap 17. Lap 18, rather. 12 minutes to go.
It's Dylan's hour, right?
It was Dylan, yeah. So Robertson, Guzman, Big is now the three. So Guzman goes to have a look. He's not close enough to make any kind of a move on Robertson there without outbreaking himself deep into the hairpin. And Carl Big, who we know how good he is, especially at just getting on the exit perfectly to get the speed. So he'll attack into this hairpin really close between these two. So a nice battle right now brewing between these three as well. We have Ricky Scott and Bruce Hopkins battling out now as well. So Ricky Scott just ahead of Bruce, and Chemo Sith just in front of him. So that battle still going on, and quite an exciting battle, I think, that one.
About the Dylan's hour instant, by my account, looks really clean. Like,
Yeah.
I don't see a way to revert that.
Nice.
Wow, it's very nice.
So Chemo Sith pulling away a little bit there from Ricky Scott on the exit out of that hairpin. Goes into Sector 2 and has a bit of catching up to do here. And then Bruce is eyeing a move as well. Joey is
He's
back
okay.
out on track.
If you want to put side by side, I got him.
Who you got, B?
Yeah.
Sure.
This looks fun. Let's see. B's cooking something, especially on the main straight. Let's see what he got. He may have draft. There's Robertson on the front. Guzman in the middle of the sandwich, and B cooking something. So let's see what's up with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Guzman.
Guzman,
Ooh.
what a move on Robertson. But B's going to have a look on the inside of all that.
Side by side. He's there. Oh. He was very sensible. He could have like stayed with it, but he chose to back down.
Yeah. Yeah, nicely done. So Robertson drops a couple of positions to Guzman and Big. Guzman doing a great job of holding Carl Big off. That is not an easy thing to do. Let's check back in with 16, 17, 18. So Chemo Sith has opened up a 1 second gap to Ricky Scott, but he's got Bruce Hopkins right on his tail. Bruce is going to have a look on the outside, going into the fast right. Watch out for the curb. He's not as close as he looked originally there.
Guzman lost, and B and Robertson are through.
Oh, what happened? He just made a mistake? Or?
Yes, he had to outbreak himself, and he went to the grass. I'll get the replay in this second.
Yeah, let me know when you got it. Up at the front, big shout out to Louis Castro. No mistakes today so far. He's 8.9 seconds in front of David Funk in P2. So Louis Castro flying today.
Good job.
Flying.
Nearly all laps below the 50s. Nice.
Yeah, Funk is in P2, but he has Wallace 4/10 behind him. Wallace has recently closed that gap. So Wallace and Funk, who've been battling for most of the race, are going to continue that battle. We will definitely keep an eye on that. Danny Bison is 1.3 seconds off that as well. So he's about to join the battle for podium spots after starting in the pits.
Got replay?
Go for it, yeah.
As they go to that fast right-hander finishing sector 1, Mr. Guzman knows he's under pressure, so he has to brake late. But he brakes too late, and then he goes out. letting Robertson and the pressure does get you places on this track.
Collected some sand indeed. I was checking in
Wasn't
with
easy
Chris
work.
Turner in P11. He was within 2/10 of a top 10 finish with Max Diggs. And that gap is now about 4/10 between 4 and 5/10. So we'll keep an eye on this one as well. Wallace still 4/10 behind Funk. We've got Big on Kadura is going to be one to look out for. So since Big got past Robertson and Guzman, he's closed the gap to half a second to Kadura in P5. So he's trying to catch Bison and is well on the way. Let's see. He's lapping in the... His best lap was a 51 flat. So,
That's far though.
yeah, B's just been very consistent.
That's true. That's true.
He's just been very, very consistent in this race. Hasn't got the
He's a
fastest
great
lap.
racer. Fastest lap is to Danny Bison, 50.062. Second fastest is Luis Castro, 50.192.
Turner got the gap down to Diggs to about a 10th, and then I switched over and it was 4/10 instantly. So maybe I'm holding Turner back here. I don't know what's happening. Every time I switch to him, he loses 3/10. So
Oh! B forces Kadura to a mistake and gets the position. And I'll get the replay soon.
yeah, no worries. Let me know when you got that. All right, Turner still hot on the heels of Max Diggs. This is a battle for a top 10 finish. Wallace, a 10th behind Funk now. So this battle is about to start up in earnest again. The battle for P2, and Bison wants a piece of it. And I almost said he's within DRS range. I've been playing F1 Manager. So I do apologize. I've been playing F1 Manager a lot. So Dylan Sauer making a move on Michael Lukey right now. Going into that right hand, a bit of a squeeze. Man, that was close. Turner still chasing. Wallace 2/10. All right, replay. Shoot.
And as B exits the last turn right behind Kadura, he's close. Kadura knows it. B turns the fake send it. Kadura falls for it, breaks super late, which makes B just breeze through it, getting P5. Great move. by the
Nicely
way.
done
Great move.
by Mr. B there. Very nicely done. So he moves up to P5 and will now... Danny Bison's 13 seconds ahead of him. He's within 6 or 7 tenths of P3. Unbelievable drive from Carbon so far.
Absolutely, yeah. Except his speeds, everything else was flawless.
Absolutely. So Hopkins, Chemo Sith, Bruce has gone past Chemo Sith. So Bruce up to P16. He's got Chemo Sith behind him and then Ricky Scott. So they're all still within a second of each other. We got some pretty big gaps there. You got Lukey and Sauer. Sauer did get past him and is about a second up the road now. There's a big gap between Guzman, Jose Guzman and Moffat. So Moffat's in 12th. Turner in P11 still. Max Diggs. This battle's been going for a few laps now. 4 minutes to go. So if Turner is going to pull anything off, it's got to be quick. Oh, Bison's overtaken Wallace. Do you want to see if you can find that on your replay?
Of course. Just a second.
Let me know when you've got it.
Bison P3, gold dang.
So podium position for Danny Bison, aka Carbon. He moves into P3. 1.5 seconds is Funk. I don't think he can catch Louis unless Louis has an absolute disastrous last 3 minutes. Hopefully I haven't just jinxed him. Could you imagine?
Oh my god, no.
Shoot, go for it. Go for it.
As they go to the fast right-hander, clearly Wallace, as you see in the Pornhub livery, he goes too deep, which opens up the inside for Bison, which claims podium, provisionally because he does have a 10/15/God only knows penalty.
Yeah, absolutely. He's going to need that. So will that drop him out of the podium spots?
Let me check the calculations, but...
I mean, at the moment, yeah, he would drop...
P7-ish.
No, because Big is 12 seconds behind Wallace.
Yeah, that's it. 1.5, 1.53 plus
But it's
12,
like-
so P6 or 7.
It's only a 10-second penalty.
Oh, 10?
Yeah.
Okay, so
It'd be
even
P5.
before P4, yeah.
Yeah, P5 he would be.
5? I think
Yeah.
4.
We'll find
But
out
still,
soon
yeah.
enough. We will find out soon enough. So either way, phenomenal drive. Moffat
Definitely.
is now trying to join this battle between Turner and Diggs. So great stuff from Muff. He is closing in. So the Diggs-Turner battle, they probably slowed each other down by battling. It's allowed Moffat to close the gap. Actually, Moffat's lapping faster than both of them. His best lap is a 51.5, and Diggs is a 52.1. Turner's a 52.2, very close there. Best laps of the race, a 52.2 for Moffat is his best lap in this race. His last lap in the race, a 52.8 and a 52.7 for Turner and Diggs, respectively. So, pretty crazy. Moffat's going to join this party. A minute and a half to go, so he doesn't have a lot of time to work with. Turner is pushing. You can see he's pushing on the last lap. This is the closest battle on track. Ricky Scott is within half a second of Chemo Sith again, so that is also something to keep an eye on. Everyone else is spaced at least 1 to 2 seconds apart, so we're going to focus in on this battle right now. I did this last time to Turner, and then I cut away from him right at the pit lane, right into the pit lane
Aww,
at the end of the
no.
race. So
The leader has started the final lap.
yeah, Louis Castro, there he is, on track, about to complete Sector 1. Don't make a mistake, Louis. You're doing fantastic stuff. You're on the last lap, and he's going to bring it home. Phenomenal drive for Louis Castro today.
Absolutely. Like, I knew, like, he was either him or Danny. Then he started to start from the pit, so it was him. There was no way.
Yeah, exactly. So here we go. Last lap for positions 10, 11, 12. Could be a fight on here. And Turner trying to get deep onto the sand, and Moffat will move. Turner had to try something. He had to try. I totally get why that happened.
What?
Just went in a bit too deep. And yeah, Moffat will move up to P11. Can Muff make a run at Diggs before the end? He's half a second gap right now. Part of me would love to see it.
This track is good in this kind of car, but still not easy to overtake. So, honestly, nah.
Ricky Scott on Chemo Sith there. We are on the last lap, guys. Moffat moves within 0.2. He's got faster laps in him than both Diggs and Turner, but he's running out of time. He's really going to have to attack into the last sector. So he's right behind Diggs right now. It's attacking, but also keeping it clean. Louis Castro crosses the line, wins the race. Funk will finish P2. Bison will finish P3. Let's keep an eye on Muff here.
Started from the pits and finished P3,
Yeah.
at least, like, on track.
Provisionally P3, because Bison's penalty will kick into effect. Muff still pushing. Stephen Wallace will finish P4 here at Zaandvort. And Carl Big started last on the grid. He will finish P5, and that might turn into a P4. We're actually going to take a look at that. Robertson crosses the line in P6. Moffat is going to run out of time. He was pushing there, trying to make it happen, but unfortunately, he's going to run out of time. Kadura crosses the line in P8. Jay Barrett in P9. Valiant comeback for Barrett after being taken out early on. Diggs in P... so penalties have been applied, maybe? No, not yet. Somebody left, that's why. So Moffat, it says 10. Turner, 11. Guzman, 12. Dylan Sauer, 13. Michael Lukey will cross the line in P14. Bruce Hopkins in 15. Chemo Sith dropped all the way back after... he had an instant too somewhere, I think. Him and Ricky Scott side by side across the line. So Chemo Sith does keep P16. Ricky Scott will take 17. That was really close. Miller 18. And Melitti will be 19. So Louis Castro, guys, wins in Zaandvort. Let me find his music.
I would love to say I'm shocked, but I'm not. Lewis is, oddly enough, the fastest dude in slow cars I've ever known in my life.
Yes, he is. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to New World Sim Racing. I have to run. I have another Monday commitment. We have one round left. It's a community vote next week. And I believe the votes are coming down to between Bathurst and Paul Ricard. That's what I'm hearing.
Yes, sir. They are very tight. We don't know, honestly. It can
Yeah.
change at any second, so stay tuned.
Absolutely. Tiago, thanks so much for joining me. Everyone in chat, if you didn't follow yet, hit that follow button. And we'll see you next Monday for round 6.
Check out our Discord for more news or our SimGrid for our series running, so stay tuned as well in that. That's good content.
Absolutely. He's been Tiago Alves. I've been Milo the First. And we're out.
We're out. Stay safe. Take care.